As dusk descended upon the quiet town, renowned horror author Samuel Blackwood prepared to embark on a journey that would forever alter the course of his life. He was en route to a small local bookstore to read excerpts from his latest novel, The Shadows Within. The book was said to be his most haunting work yet, and it had garnered significant attention in the literary world. However, what Samuel didn't know was that this reading would be unlike any other. He was about to experience the chilling narrative of his own creation. Nestled amidst gnarled trees and hidden away from the bustling streets, the Whispering Pages Bookstore had an eerie allure to it. Upon arriving, Samuel was met with an unsettling silence that enveloped the surroundings like a suffocating shroud. Undeterred, he stepped inside, where the creaking door released an otherworldly resonance that seemed to echo through the ages. The store's interior was dimly lit, with ancient bookshelves stretching toward the ceiling. The air was thick with the scent of old parchment, imbuing an aura of antiquity and mystique. Samuel noticed the few scattered customers, their eyes flickering with a blend of curiosity and trepidation. The bookstore's owner, a reclusive figure known as Mr. Hawthorne, welcomed Samuel with a cryptic smile. "Ah, Mr. Blackwood, we've been eagerly awaiting your arrival," he said, his voice a haunting melody. Samuel nodded, uneasy about the store's unsettling atmosphere. As he made his way to the reading area, he couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched. Yet the prospect of sharing his new masterpiece with a captivated audience overshadowed his discomfort. The room gradually filled with attendees, eager to delve into the sinister world of Samuel's creation. As he began to read the opening lines of The Shadows Within, an inexplicable chill coursed through him. The words on the page seemed to come alive, weaving a sinister enchantment over the room. In a trance, Samuel continued to read, his voice laced with a haunting cadence. As the story progressed, the audience fell deeper under its spell. But something was amiss. The characters he had penned with such care began to shift and alter before his eyes. The bookstore's patrons seemed entranced, their expressions mirroring those of the fictional characters within his tale. Their eyes glazed over, their breathing synchronized, and an eerie silence settled like a fog. Fear clutched at Samuel's heart, but he pressed on, unable to resist the hypnotic pull of his own creation. As the reading reached its climax, the room plunged into darkness. Panic swept through the crowd as the attendees struggled to escape the invisible shackles that held them in thrall. Samuel's heart pounded in his chest as he fumbled for his phone to illuminate the room. In the dim glow of his phone's light, he noticed an unsettling sight. The characters from The Shadows Within stood before him, flesh and blood, embodying the horrors he had imagined. Their eyes glowed with malevolence, and their smiles were laden with wicked intent. One of them, a shadowy figure known as the Veiled One, stepped forward, his voice a sinister whisper. "We are the shadows within, given form by your words," he hissed. "Your creations have set us free, and now we shall play our parts in the grandest horror tale of all." Samuel's mind reeled, struggling to comprehend the nightmare unfolding around him. He tried to flee, but his feet remained rooted to the spot. The characters encircled him, and as their ghostly fingers reached out, a dark realization dawned upon him. They were not just his creations. They were pieces of his soul, twisted and bound by the macabre. "We exist to feed upon fear and despair," the Veiled One continued, "and we draw sustenance from the terror within your heart, Samuel Blackwood." In a chilling crescendo, the characters advanced on him, their every step accompanied by a chorus of sinister whispers. Samuel's own creation had turned against him, seeking retribution for the horrors he had conjured into existence. In a desperate bid for survival, Samuel began to recite his own narrative. He fashioned himself as the hero, attempting to rewrite the ending and escape this nightmare. But the characters laughed in unison, their laughter a chilling symphony that reverberated through the bookstore. "We are the authors of your fate now, Samuel," they taunted, relishing his desperation. As the night wore on, the horror writer became the protagonist of his darkest tale, a tale of terror beyond the boundaries of the page. In the end, Samuel Blackwood's fate remained unknown, a part of the chilling mystery that whispered through the ages. And so, the tale of the Whispering Pages Bookstore passed into local legend, a cautionary tale for those who dared to conjure horrors beyond the limits of imagination. The bookstore itself vanished, becoming a mere memory whispered by the wind. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the story. Please consider to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more stories. So, until we meet again in the shadows, remember to keep your lights on and your doors locked. Stay vigilant and brace yourselves, for there are many more horrors awaiting us in the depths of darkness. See you next time, and may your nightmares be ever haunting.